So feeling your own body sitting and breathing, and connecting with the stability of the ground, feeling the feet on the floor, legs in contact with the ground, and feeling the support of the chair, the cushion, the couch. And relaxing throughout the body, softening in the hips and the belly, and relaxing throughout the back and the shoulders. So letting the shoulders gently hang and softening in the chest and down the arms. Relaxing into your forearms and your hands and your fingers and your thumbs, and down to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your thumbs. And softening, relaxing in the neck and the jaw. Again, checking to see if there's any extra holding or bracing in the jaw, which is very common. Just kind of a habitual bracing. And letting the jaw rest, letting the jaw just hang. And similarly, softening throughout the face, just letting go throughout the face and the forehead, and the sides and back of your head, and the whole of your scalp, and top of your head. And again, aware with the whole body, this breathing body. Of course, aware of the body as a field of sensation, of energy and sensation, and that is appearing now, here and now. And feeling the feeling the breath, sensations moving in the context of the whole body. So the body is a field of sensation, and the breathing is an ever shifting landscape of sensation within this field. And receiving the waves of the breath as they appear moment by moment. Feeling the breath, of course, wherever it's vivid or noticeable, available to awareness. In the midst of everything else that's happening, resting the attention with the breathing and riding on the waves. And it's this stable abiding, it's this connecting of the attention with the flow of the breathing, or actually the flow of present moment experience, which allows the whole system to settle down, to find some stability. And the ordinary mode is for the attention just to be carried away by whatever is appearing in the mind. So resting with the breathing, abiding with the breathing. If the breathing is tight or uncomfortable, or you have breathing difficulties, you could just sense the whole body sitting. That could be your anchor. Or you could rest in an awareness of hearing, just receiving the soundscape moment by moment. The breathing is not some kind of sacred object in that way. You just need some domain to have as a primary place of attending. And in the beginning, having it be something that's not based in thinking. As we nurture the stability by kind of connecting with the breathing again and again, the body or sounds, we can begin to rest in presence itself, awareness itself, which is in a sense, the true ground, the true stability is just in awareness itself, the ground of all experience. But it's very helpful in the interim to have a support for your presence, for your attending. So letting the unfolding texture of the breathing body, the soundscape, just be home base for now. Just feeling the gentle arc of the in breath and the arc of the out breath. Letting go of time or agendas about getting somewhere, making something happen. And just let this moment and what's appearing within it be enough, be complete as it is, perfectly as it is. As you sit here breathing, letting everything else that appears just happen around the breathing in the background, or sometimes perhaps seemingly within it. Of course, including sounds in the environment and thoughts passing through the mind and states that arise in your body or emotions, feelings, reactions. We're learning how to be awake to all of life and to include all of life in our practice. So it's not about having some special experience or pushing away certain states or thoughts, but letting this breathing body be the kind of your primary domain of attending and letting everything else happen in the wings. Just to start, just for the beginning. And as you find some stability in breath awareness and in being here, then you can just breathe with whatever appears kind of center stage or whatever arises in the field of awareness. And that is a kind of a new move for many of us, just the allowing the free flow of your own experience, all of it, including thoughts, and yet having an anchor in wakefulness, supported by the breathing, inhabiting the space in which it's all appearing. Or you could say being the space in which it's all appearing. And this is not even something you do. Awareness is the space already in which all your experience is appearing. And this is your awareness, your own being, your own presence in which it's all happening. And when you do find that you're lost in thoughts and no longer aware of it, as soon as you notice, you're back in awareness. So watch the scenes, the images that appear. listen to the words or the dialogue. You can include thinking like any other arising in the field of experience. And then finding the breath again, just connecting again with the flow of sensation that has uh, been happening all along, and yet which is new and fresh as all experience is in this moment. Yeah, you can let thoughts just flow through the mind freely as you sit here breathing. Sometimes, if they're very rapid, it can be like just watching a waterfall. You don't have to notice the details, but the allowing is an important aspect. And then other times, you might be again and again just noticing that you appear in some thought world, and you become aware of it. You observe the scene, listen to the dialogue, and return to the breath again and again. And this is not a waste of time. This is practicing. This is you beginning to shift your relationship to thinking, which has nearly total power over us without a grounding in awareness, without a practice. And we see the results of this everywhere in our world. So breathing and breathing with sensations and sounds, emotions, reactions, attitudes in the mind, views, thoughts, and memories and imaginings. Oh, good morning. Just a reminder around practice. When we sit in this way, there's nothing fundamentally different in other moments in the day. You have the same inputs. You have the five senses and the mind. And that's what's happening as you sit in meditation. And that's what's happening when you're walking around and living your life. And the difference is that when you're meditating, you you're paying attention to that. You have a lot of reminders when I'm sitting here reminding you of that again and again. So the formal meditation is kind of important because it's a place where in a sort of pure way we acknowledge that our primary um, relationship is to inhabit being awareness and being with what's appearing from moment to moment. And that's what often when we don't have are not in the habit of or when this hasn't become the base of just how we relate to everything, it's easy to forget. So as you move through the day, notice the same stuff. It's the same inputs. There's awareness as the ground, and then there's life appearing through the senses and in the mind. What you don't include in that way will include you. You're rushing, you're in some gaining idea or some striving. So when you are sitting and that you notice that kind of extra doing energy, you include it in awareness, and then it just becomes part of the field of your own presence. And when you don't include it, when you're in your day and you forget, then that includes you. That energy takes you or carries you, shapes you. So may you practice in this way all the time. Awareness is always the ground of experience, even when you forget about it. So that's good news. So see you soon.